Hello and welcome to the Beam channel. Today I want to talk about the idea of named processes in Erlang and Elixir. But first I want to let you know that I do training courses in Erlang and Elixir, and if your team would like to get started using either of these languages and need some help, please give me a shout, and I have a number of courses available. So normally in Erlang or Elixir, we refer to processes via a process identifier, a PID. And that's great. The problem is it requires us to know the process ID of the process before we start. What if we don't? Well, there are a couple ways. So one of the simplest ways is use what's called a named process. And this is a fairly simple thing where we simply pick an atom that will present a process. So for example, if we have a counter, we might just name it counter. And then when we start our gen server or our supervisor, we give it a name. Once we've named our process, we can refer to it by that name, the atom, anywhere you might use a PID otherwise. You can also name it an atom, use a global naming where you have it for not just one node, but a cluster. This is nice, for example, if you have a PID for a process and the process dies, and you try to send messages to it, those messages will just go nowhere. Whereas if you have a supervised process with a name and it dies, it'll restart and it'll be there again, and you can then talk to it using the same name. The bad thing about this is if you have a named process, it becomes a choke point for your application, which is to say, or it could be at least, you only have one of that process and everything may be trying to funnel through that one point, and you start getting some problems with backup in that one place. That may or may not be a problem, but it's something to look out for. And there are things like process groups and such that you can use to alleviate those problems. So I hope that was useful. If it was, please like and subscribe, and I also love to hear from you in the comments. So thanks and happy coding.